Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Namo
Om Namo
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam
Narayanam
Namaskrityam.
Namaskrityam.
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naram
Naranjaiva
Charam Narottamam.
Narottamam.
Devim Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim Saram
Devim
Satim Vyasam.
Saraswatiyasam.
Tado Jaya Mudirayet
To Jaya
Tato Jaya
Mudire.
Mudirayet.
Ashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Rashtraprayesu
Astaprayesu
Abhadresu.
Bhadresu.
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavata
Nityam
Sevaya.
Bhagavata Sevaya.
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavate
Bhagavate
Uttamasloke.
Uttamasloke.
Bhaktin Bhavatir Naistiki
Bhaktim Bhavati
Bhaktin Bhavati
Nastiki.
Naistaki.
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya
Krishnaya
Vasudevaya.
Vasudevaya.
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Devaki Nandanaya
Devaki
Cha.
Nandanaya cha.
Nandagopakumaraya
Nandagopa
Nandagopa
Kumaraya.
Kumaraya.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo
Govindaya
Namaha.
Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 6, text number 2, 262. So the canto name is The Cosmic Manifestation and the chapter name is the Purusha Shukta Confirmed. So let us start our recitation of the sloka. Please repeat behind me. Sarvāsūnāṁ ca vāyoścha
Sarvāsūnāṁ ca vāyoś.
tan-nāse paramāyaṇe
tan-nāse paramāyaṇe.
aśvinor oṣadhīnāṁ ca
aśvinor oṣadhīnāṁ ca.
ghrāṇo moda-pramodayoḥ.
ghrāṇo moda-pramodayoḥ.
Word by word meaning. Please repeat behind me. Sarva,
Sarva,
all.
all.
Asūnām,
asūnām,
different kinds of life here.
different kinds of life air.
Cha,
Cha,
and
and
vāyoḥ,
vāyoḥ,
of the air.
of the air.
Cha,
Cha,
also.
also.
Tat,
Tat,
his.
is.
Nāse,
Nāse,
in the nose.
The
in
nose.
the nose.
Parama-āyaṇe,
Parama-āyaṇe.
Parama-āyaṇe,
in the transcendental generating center.
The
in the
transcendental generating
transcendental
center.
generating center.
Aśvinoḥ,
Aśvinor,
of the Aśvinī-kumāras demigods.
Of the
of the
Aśvinī-kumāra demigods.
Aśvinī-kumāra demigods.
oṣadhīnāṁ,
oṣadhīnāṁ,
Oṣadhīnāṁ.
of all medical herbs. Or
Of
medicinal
all
herbs.
all
medical
medical
herbs.
herbs.
Cha,
Yeah.
Cha,
also.
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 ghrāṇaḥ,
ghrāṇaḥ.
ghrāṇaḥ,
his smelling power.
His smelling
his
power.
smelling power.
Moda,
Moda.
Moda,
pleasure.
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 Pramodayoḥ,
Pramodayoḥ.
Pramodayoḥ,
specific sport.
Specific
specific
sport.
sport.
Translation, purport is Divine Sabha Charanavada A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Actually, this sloka doesn't have any purport. So, please repeat this translation behind me. Translation. His two nostrils
His two nostrils
are the generating centers
are the generating
generating
centers
center
of our breathing
of our
of our
breathing
breathing
and of all other airs.
and
of
of
all other
all
airs.
other air.
His smelling powers
His
His
smelling
smelling
power
powers
generate the Aśvinī-kumāra demigods
generate the
generate
Aśvinī-kumāra
the
demigods
Aśvinī-kumāra demigods
and all kinds of medicinal herbs.
and all
and
kinds
all
of
kinds of
medicinal herbs.
medicinal herbs.
And his breathing
And his
And his
breathing
breathing energies
energies
produce different kinds of fragrance.
produce different
produce
kinds of
different kinds
fragrance.
of fragrance.
Hare Krishna. Aññāna-timirandasya Jnānāñjana-śalākaya Chakṣurmilidam yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavad Pashasha Deshatarane Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So this is again the continuation of the discussion between Brahmaji and Narada. So now from the 6th chapter, this is Purusha Shukta. It is talking about the universal form and the different parts of the body and different energies of the Lord. Okay, the universal form. So today is talking about the Lord's nostril. Brahmaji is talking about his Lord's nostril. So the two nostrils of the Lord, that is the generating centers of our breathing and all other ears. So by hearing this, how can we say that other ears? So for all of us, we know there is only one ear. But how here it is mentioning that there are other ears? So there are so many ears are there in the cosmic manifestation. So there because during that time itself, because now we are scientists, they are identified that this is oxygen, this is carbon dioxide. They gave some names to the airs. But in Vedic time itself, they know the subtle portion of the airs. And also, till now, our scientists, they are talking about the only air. Okay, when the air is going, when you are taking breath, that is air is going inside, and our body is taking the oxygen and it is releasing the carbon dioxide, other oxygens, other airs outside. So using that oxygen, it is working like that. Our scientists are saying now. But apart from that, in our body to function properly, there are 10 kinds of airs are there. That is specified in Srimad Bhagavatam. So what are those 10 kinds of air? If you see, whatever the air we are passing through our nose, there are main air passing through the nose for breathing. That air is called prana. That name, our Sanskrit name is called prana air. Whatever we are breathing, that air is called prana. And the air which passes through our rectum and has evacuated from our body, so that air is called apana. So the air which is going out from our body is called apana, and the air which adjusts our foodstuff within our stomach, and sometimes we'll make the sound, right? Burp. We'll say burp. So that sound is called samana air. The air is coming out is from our, after eating, if you have a foodstuff, then you will get whatever the foodstuff you had, then there is an adjustment will happen in your stomach. Then after the adjustment, you will get the burp. So that is called samana. And the air passes through your throat. So if you stop it, then what will happen? There is some suffocation will happen, right? That air name is called udana. And the air, there is a air which passes through our body, entire body. They circulate our entire body through our nose. It is passing through the entire body. That air is called udana. Sorry, udana is our suffocation. When you are getting suffocation, that is udana. And the entire body, it is circulating air. It is called vyana. The air name is called vyana. So these are we have either subtle part of the air. These are whatever we discussed, the subtle part of the air. More than this, there are 5 more. This whatever we discussed now: prana, apana, samana, udana, vyana. These are the different kind of airs in our body. These are 5 primary airs. Apart from that, there are subtle, more than this airs. There is subtler than this. There is some 5 more airs are there. So the air which is used to open our eyes, open our mouth, there also air is required. So the air which is used for our eyes or mouth from our body, that air name is called naga. naga air, which is right, facilitates the opening of our eyes and mouth. And the air which is increasing our appetite is called karkara air. Karkara air. Karkara air means which is using for our digesting power, increasing our digesting power. That air name is called karkara air. And the air which helps to contraction is called kurma air. And the air which helps to relaxation. So when we are doing the yawning, so when we are feeling sleepy, then we are using the yawning. So our scientists are saying that our body required, there is a lack of oxygen. So the body automatically reacting to grasp more oxygen from the outside. So that is the reason we are yawning, so that the more air can go inside. So that air called, that yawning, that air is called Devadatta air. So that will help to relax our body. So that is Devadatta air. And the air which helps to sustenance is called Dhananjaya air. So which is for our neutralize, means for our nutritionize our foodstuffs, everything is called, that air is called Dhananjaya air. So these are all the 10 types of airs which is there, which is operating, which is useful to operate our body. But we are not aware of all those airs when we are without knowing this, without this Srimad Bhagavatam knowledge, we never understand all these different kind of airs in our body. Because they see 5,000 years back itself, Vyasamuni wrote this Srimad Bhagavatam. Then we can imagine that prior to that, how much knowledge our Vedic time, Vedic culture people used to have. All this knowledge, it's just very, very, very subtler knowledge. All this knowledge they used to have in the past as well. So these are what we discussed till now. It is a 10 types of different airs in our body. And again, the next what he is talking about, Brahma is talking about the smelling power. So smelling powers generate the Aśvinī-kumāra demigods and all kind of medicinal herbs. So what are the power of the Lord's power? That is a smelling power. That is even though through the air, the smell, the whatever the aroma from our whatever the aroma around us, it will going through to our nose through the air. But there is a demigod who is sitting inside, who is allowing us to smell the air. That is called, those demigods are Aśvinī-kumāras, who is a demigods who is controlling this kind of aromas, and they are the Aśvinī-kumāras. They are the physicians in the Indra's kingdom. So they are the physicians, Aśvinī-kumāras. So the Aśvinī-kumāras, see, even though they are in the heavenly planet, there is a pastime. There is a Muni name called Dadichi. So he is good in both material enjoyment as well as in the spiritual activities. So spiritual things also, he is more advanced sadhu, advanced rishi. So these Aśvinī-kumāras went to him and they asked to give the knowledge about the actually the spiritual knowledge. They asked the spiritual knowledge from him. So the Dadichi told that time he was not doing any meditation. He was in the material activities. Then he told, you come some another day. Now I am in the material activities, so I cannot give you the spiritual knowledge now. So you come on some other day. Like that, he sent them. Aśvinī-kumāras, he sent the Aśvinī-kumāras. Then Indra heard about that. So yes, this Dadichi is going to give the spiritual knowledge to Aśvinī-kumāras. So about the Brahman, he is going to give the knowledge. So he heard that and he got angry. So he told that to Dadachi that if you give this knowledge to this Aśvinī-kumāras, I will remove your head. I will chop up your head. Like that he told. Then he left the place. Then the next day Aśvinī-kumāras came. Then he was in the spiritual mood, but he was doing the meditation. Then the Aśvinī-kumāras begged him to give the knowledge. So then during that time, he told that, okay, actually I am ready to give, but the problem is, if I give this knowledge to you, what will happen? The Indra is chop up my head. That's what he told. He warned me. So how can I give that? That's what he was asking. So during that time, Aśvinī-kumāras, what they give the our other option. It's a kind of how to tackle this kind of a workaround he gave to this Dadichi. That okay, do one thing. We will remove your head. We'll chop up your head instead of Indra. Because they are the physicians in the Swargaloka. There's Indraloka. There's Aśvinī-kumāra. So they are the expert doctors. They told we will remove your head now, and we will keep a horse head to you, and you give that spiritual knowledge to us. And anyway, you will Indra is going to come to know about this. You are giving the spiritual knowledge to us. So in let him chop our head. So anyway, you will have the horse head. So you will chop your horse head. Then we will replace your original head. Like that, Aśvinī-kumāra has told to Dadichi. Then Dadichi also agreed for that. Then Aśvinī-kumāra cut the. This is why we are discussing all this. See, during that time, when it has happened this past time, it is millions of years back. That time itself, there is a physicians, so they know how to replace the head also. Now till now, we are telling that we are the modern science, we are in the modern world. We don't have that kind of facility to the chopped head can be replaced. The head can be replaced. It is not possible now. As far as our scientific way, it is not possible to replace the head. But during the Vedic time itself, Aśvinī-kumāras who replaced Dadichi's head with the horse head. So Dadichi gave this spiritual knowledge to Aśvinī-kumāras through the horse head. Then by hearing that, as told by Indra, he came and he chopped Dadichi's head. And after that, the Aśvinī-kumāras replaced his head. So this is the way we can understand that the Vedic time. So there is these are the demigods. They are so much of powerful than our human being. So currently we are popped up with our abilities. We are thinking that we are doing so much of subtle operations, this and that and all we are doing. We are replacing the hand, we are replacing the legs, we are doing the heart operation, we are doing the lungs operation, kidney operation. There are so many things we are proud of. But in the olden days, they used to do the head operation itself. They remove the head and they are replacing them with it. Very easily they used to do. Aśvinī-kumāras, they are the physicians. And we read we discussed, we already know about that, the pastimes of Ganesha. The Ganesha pastime is also, the Shiva chopped his Ganesha's head, and that is also replaced with the elephant head. So all these things we are seeing in the past. So that means these are all chopping the head. So in the current scenario, if somebody is chopped a head, what will happen? The person will die. There is no option to replace this or stitch it, attach the head again once it is removed from the body. But in the olden days, they used to do all these. Aśvinī-kumāras, they did the Dadichi's operations, and Shiva's son Ganesha also gone through the operation of replacing the head replacement. So that was possible. So they were so much advanced in the knowledge. So like that, we are talking about Aśvinī-kumāra. These are the demigods. And also, there are medicinal herbs. The Ayurveda, there are medicinal herbs are there. There are so many medicinal herbs. So in Ayurveda, it is said that there are 4,448 different kinds of diseases are there in our body. So that they are already defined that, okay, this is that much only the problems, this many varieties of diseases are only this many varieties of diseases are there in our body. Apart from that, nothing can be there. So like that, they already varieties, the Dhanvantri, he classified, is the avatar of Lord Supreme Lord himself, and he classified our diseases also. 4,448 diseases will come to the human being. And what are the solution for that? And using the herbs, there are medicinal herbs. There are so many medicinal herbs are available in the nature itself. With that itself, we can rectify all of our problems. So they used to do, they know, yes, currently whatever the knowledge we have, even in the Ayurvedic knowledge, even though everything in the written form, the knowledge is there, The many herbs are already vanished from our dictionary, and some of the herbs are rare herbs. They will be available in the particular place like Himalayas in somewhere like that. It is there are some rare herbs also. So that's all those knowledge were there in the Ayurvedic medicines. But all those medicines, all those herbs produced from the Supreme Lord. And what is that? Last Brahmaji is explaining that his breathing energy is produced different kinds of fragrance. Whatever the fragrance we are seeing, that is the energy of the Lord. So if we are smelling the rose and champaka flowers, and we are seeing that, oh, different, what a fragrance we are seeing. I mean, the jasmine flower, there are each and every flower, each and every things, they have the different flavors, different smells we are getting, fragrance. So how this fragrance are coming? It is produced by the breathing energy of the Lord. So everything. So from this, today we discussed about the different kinds of airs and the smelling power on the different kind of medicinal herbs and the smelling power and the different kind of fragrance. Everything it is coming out. Who is the center around that? That is the Supreme Lord center around that. So whatever the things we are taking in this material world, everything, who is the source? The Supreme Lord is the source. So that is the reason we are trying to remember that and worshipping the Supreme Lord. So whenever we are now onwards, whenever you are smelling something, some flowers, whenever in our regular puja activities also, when we are doing the arati, that time also we are doing the Pushpa Samarpanam, we are doing that to the Lord. So the pujari used to keep the one plate of flowers and he will offer to the Lord. And later what will come? It will come as a prasadam. And what we will do? We will smell it. And whenever there is a garland, it is given to the prasadam, the Lord's garland, then we will smell it. And whenever the speaker, the Bhagavatam speaker or somebody, there's a senior devotees, they will also, and whenever there is a pure devotees of the Lord, when they visit us, they will also give whatever the garlands to us. What we will do, we will immediately take the fragrance. So what is that? That is from that time. In that time, what we need to do? We need to remember the Supreme Lord. So this fragrance is coming this is produced from the Supreme Lord's energy, breathing energy. Because of that, we are able to see this, remember this fragrance. We are able to smell it like that. So if there is a cold, what will happen? We are not able to, even though all the parts of the bodies are there, but if there is cold and cough, it happen. What will happen? Cold and cough means, are we unable to? We cannot smell that. What will happen? What is happening there actually? It is not, we don't have that nose, our nose is going in that way. It is not like that. So we are losing that power for some time. Then again, with some medicines, and our body will generate the medicine of its own. Then what it is happening? Then it is getting rectified in 5 or 6 days. After 5 or 6 days, you will regain that, the smelling power and tasting power. So all these are controlled. Who is the controller of this everything? All the demigods. There are certain demigods are there. They all are controlling that different kinds of air in our body, different kinds of activities in our body. So all these demigods are controlled by the Supreme Lord. And whatever it is happening in this material world, it is also controlled by the Supreme Lord. So the ultimate controller, the center point of everything, whatever it is happening, that's the reason we are discussing cause of all causes. The chapter name, the previous chapter, we discussed cause of all causes. That means whatever it is happening, the root causes, Supreme Lord is the root cause. If some birth is happening, from death is happening, from whatever it is happening, it is the root causes, the cause of all causes is the Supreme Lord. So that's the reason since the people don't have the knowledge about the Supreme Lord, they are going to pray here and there. Many people, they don't know we are breathing. Whenever there is a time comes, then the problem comes, then only they will feel that every day we are breathing, because of that air we are sustaining. So when that knowledge will come, when they will think that, when they get the problem when the problem of breathing, then only they can understand that Our air is going, passing inside and coming out outside. That kind of level, we are forget our body activities also. So when it will come, we could have realized that during the Corona time. The Corona time, even though the oxygens are there, the outside of the world, everywhere oxygens are there. Many of the people, they are unable to breathe. Then they put it in the ventilator. They are paused. When you're using the ventilator, forcefully they are sending the oxygen to, only the pure oxygen to them, to the nose. During that time, we could realize that how precious this air is. Without this oxygen, we cannot sustain. That we could realize that during that time. But the Lord freely gave this oxygen, the tons of oxygen every day. We are utilizing tons of oxygen outside of the world. So many people are utilizing, so many trees, so many birds, so many aquatics. Everyone using this oxygen. It is freely available everywhere. So Lord mercifully gave all those things. So whenever, even each and every breath, that's the reason each and every breath, it is because of the Lord's. Lord is centered around there. Because of the Lord, we are able to do that. So that's the reason we always remember the Lord. Each and every breath, we have to remember the Lord. And also, whenever it is the chanting of the holy name of the Lord, why we are doing the 16 rounds, at least 16 rounds. Each round, we have the 108 times we are saying the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. And each Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, 16 names are there. So if you calculate 16 into 108 into 16, then some 27,000 it's coming. So that many breaths we used to take in a day. So that many breaths, minimum breath, the normal person will take that many breaths. That means that each and every breath we have to remember the Supreme Personality of Godhead, His name. That is the reason we are chanting the at least minimum of 16 rounds. We have to chant beyond that also. But at least minimum 16 rounds we have to chant the holy name of the Lord, so that we can remember the Lord at the time of death. So today discussion, we discussed about the different kinds of airs, and it is a source of all the airs are coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the, and also smell and the fragrance, everything, the source of everything is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that is the knowledge we got from this sloka today. And so what we need to do, whenever we are breathing, we have to, the breathing is happening through the Supreme Lord. That thinking always should be there with us, so that every breath we can think about the Lord. And whenever we are smelling the agarbatti smell or any Narasimha Tirtha smell, and whenever they are the Narasimha scent, we will do Narasimha scent. And whenever the flower offered to the Lord, when we get all the smells, we have to remember the Supreme Lord. It is not just the great smell. It is not for our enjoyment. The smell is to make us remember this smell. The source of the smell is the Supreme Lord. So we have to always remember the Supreme Lord, and we have to make our life perfect. So in that way, we can conclude today. Thank you, everyone. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.